are in the process of getting our ballots ready to be mailed to our voters. In fact, that is something that is all registrars across the state are doing now, just getting their ballots ready to be mailed to voters. So the process for voting by mail really not going to change all that much. The dramatic change will actually be for early voting, because there's a new law in the books that states that absentee results must be reported by precinct. And what that means, it means that when you show up to vote during early voting, you must vote on a ballot that can reallocate your votes to the precinct in which you're registered at. So the registrars, we will deliver our results for the cap totals the same way we've done in the past. But we will also then go back into the state system and then break down those votes by precinct so that the public can see where those votes came from. Even for an election in which everybody is voting for the same contest citywide here in Richmond, but because we have to allocate our voters by the precinct they're registered to vote in, there will be different ballot styles. So the ballot is actually coded differently, even though people are voting for the same thing citywide. Of course, the voters probably won't even notice. What happened in 2020, on election night in Virginia, President, at the time, President Trump was ahead. And then later on the night, as the absentee results came in, President Biden, current president, really came out on top, and it was a dramatic switch. And it was because those who voted on election day tended to favor President Trump, and then those who voted absentee tended to favor President Biden. So then the questions that came out after that was like, how did all of this happen? How was, President Trump winning, and then all of a sudden he just lost so dramatically in Virginia? What's going on with all of that? And that was because people just didn't understand the process. They didn't understand that, absentee results, especially in 2020 because of the pandemic, so many people voted absentee that was actually the election was actually determined by absentee in Virginia, not so much by on election day, because over 60% of the people who cast a ballot in Virginia for the 2020 election voted absentee. And Joe Biden won absentee, which means he won Virginia. So with the new law in effect now, with reporting absentee results by precinct, it takes away the mystery of where these votes came from, because they're all going to be assigned to a precinct. So people who had that sort of skepticism, they can feel confident that they know exactly where those votes from absentee are coming from.